The 17 News at Sunrise podcast is brought to you by Clinica Sierra Vista.
Welcome back to the 17 News at Sunrise podcast, where we share your news on your schedule.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Sunrise.
Good morning, everybody. It is 5 a.m. Thanks for waking up with us on this Tuesday. I'm Maddie Jansen alongside Alex Fisher.
This morning, an investigation is underway at the Lerdo Pre-Trial Jail that's just north of Bakersfield after an inmate was found dead. It is the 7th time this year someone has died while in the custody of the Kern County Sheriff's Office. Records show that an unidentified 60-year-old inmate died in late August. Details are limited right now as investigators are looking into the cause and manner of the inmate's death.
And turning now to your 17 Court Watch, jury deliberations are set to resume later this morning in the case against a man accused of brutally raping and beating a woman 26 years ago. The jury is deciding the fate of Michael Allen Fontes, who faces a life term in prison if convicted of charges that include murder, attempted murder, aggravated mayhem, kidnapping, and rape. Prosecutors say in 1997, Fontes left a bar with Carrie Anderson, attacked her, and left her for dead behind Golden Empire Transit's maintenance yard. Anderson suffered permanent injuries and died in late 2021 at the age of 63, living long enough to hear of Fontes' arrest that year.
Kern County firefighters have been busy this summer here at home and throughout the western U.S. as they pitch in to help out with wildfires. They have been deployed to assist with wildfires throughout California, Oregon, Montana, and in Maui, Hawaii. To date, Kern County firefighters have responded to more than 750 vegetation fires that, when combined, have burned over 12,000 acres locally and have assisted at 24 fires outside of our area. During last month alone, more than 100 local firefighters worked outside of Kern.
Sugardaddy's women's boutique has been serving up fashion for more than 40 years.
The Southwest Bakersfield business was broken into over the weekend, the latest victim of the seemingly endless retail crime plaguing our city. 17's Jenny Ha has more.
We've got 4 generations going, and I wanted to keep going.
Sugardaddy's Women's Boutique is a local 4th-generation business of more than 40 years, but dealing with robberies and shoplifting is nothing new to its owners. Another burglary happened over the weekend.
It saddens me, but it makes me mad, and it just saddens me that they have no respect or morals for people that do work. This is my life. I mean, besides my children, my dogs, and my husband, this is my life. I sleep, breathe, and eat my business.
Heidi Shubin says her mother and grandmother first set up shop in 1982, and now Shubin's daughter and daughter-in-law are helping out too. But early Sunday morning, the family had to come together for an unexpected occasion of blaring alarms, shattered glass, and $600 worth of stolen merchandise. Shubin says the suspect she saw on surveillance footage threw a slab of what looks like concrete at the window, breaking it, and then
proceeded to pull out the mannequin, undress the mannequin, come in, grab a few things, and jump back out and take off.
She says it was a little after 1 a.m. when she got to the store, joining family and police officers already there.
My biggest expense is going to be this window, and then getting new security systems, a rolling gate for the windows, because I just can't have this happen again. This is the 3rd time in 3 years.
Shubin says BPD officers told her they have a suspect in custody. 17 News reached out to the Bakersfield Police Department but did not hear back on details about the case. Shubin's business will carry on per usual with improved security all around. The city of Bakersfield is offering security improvements grants to local businesses in Old Town Kern, downtown, and southeast Bakersfield. Shubin tells 17 News it doesn't make sense her shop isn't eligible just because it's not in a certain area.
There's no good or bad part of town anymore.
I think when one small business is attacked, all small businesses are attacked. Enough is enough.
Jenny Ha, 17 News.
Making headlines around the state this morning. Another smash and grab attempt at an LA jewelry store. But instead of leaving with rings and bracelets, the suspected robber left with cuts and bruises.
Take a look. It was all caught on camera. You can see that man dressed in all black and a ski mask walking up to the store in downtown El Monte. Police say he started by spraying workers and customers with bear spray. He then smashes a display case containing jewelry, but that's when several workers step in and start to fight back. They stopped the suspected robber by beating him with a metal rod and ripping off his shirt before he broke free and ran off. Some of the workers say this was one of the scariest moments of their life, but they would do anything to protect their family-owned jewelry store.
It's one of the scariest things that I've been through, you know, yeah. And I've seen a lot of videos on the news that there's been a lot of robberies with a lot of, with the big groups. I thought it was going to happen something like that. I was feared for my life, my dad's life, because, you know, he had a hammer. I thought my uncle was bleeding, and we're all scared, you know.
Investigators say this is the latest in a string of smash and grabs across Los Angeles. Just last week, thieves reportedly stole more than $500,000 of jewelry from a store in Pasadena.
And now to Kern's dog crisis. There's a heartwarming yet concerning story unfolding at our local SPCA. There are more than a dozen dogs and cats that have been waiting there for the forever homes for far too long. And shelter staff are working tirelessly to find them the loving homes they deserve. 17's Megan Simpson has more on the long-timers who need a good home.
We've got some that have been here over 400 days. So that's, we're working on well over a year. And, of course, I want these pets to find a home as fast as possible. We don't want to keep them here that long.
Among those in need of adoption are these 3 very active dogs the shelter staff say are often overlooked by those that walk by their kennels.
Some of our darker colored animals, like the darker browns and the blacks, they don't really adopt very well. Large dogs, large animals, especially if they're, past the puppy stage, they also don't adopt very well.
These 3 aren't alone in their extended stay. Meet Alice. Alice is a sweet pit bull mix that has spent countless days at the shelter. Staff has been working with her to make sure she is well behaved so she can find her match. But the shelter is the only place she has ever called home. It's not just pups. The SPCA has several long-term residents that have been waiting for their perfect home.
Cats have their own personalities, and sometimes they'll interact with, our customers coming in, and sometimes they won't. They're a little on the shyer side. It takes a little bit more time to pull them out of their shell. And, people don't really necessarily plan for that kind of time to spend here.
These animals, along with several others, are part of a group that has become known as the Long-Timers. Shelter volunteers and staff have put in extra effort to showcase these cuties, getting creative on social media in hopes they would catch the eye of someone looking to add to their family.
We've spent the time with them, and we've at least taught them some basic commands if they haven't already come in with that. If it's an older animal, they're past that rambunctious puppy stage. And again, we've also worked with them a bit, so you're going to get a pet that's got more of a calm temperament than a, wild daredevil that you could possibly find in some of these pets.
As the days turn into months, the chances of these loving animals finding a home gets slimmer.
We're very special in that we are a no-kill shelter, but obviously we don't want animals to live here forever.
Not only will they be getting a loving and loyal companion, they'll also be giving an animal a second chance. Reporting with my SPCA rescue dog, I'm Megan Simpson, 17 News.
Look at that face. Oh my goodness. Well, if you're considering adopting a new pet, you can call the SPCA and they would be happy to help you find the perfect dog or cat for your home. They do ask that you schedule a good chunk of time to spend at the shelter to make sure the animal fits your lifestyle. To see more of the animals who have been at the SPCA for a long time, you can log on to our website at kget.com.
The 17 News at Sunrise podcast is a production of KGET and Nexstar Media Group. For more on all of the headlines in today's show, head to kget.com.